So, spoiler alert, we didn't roll the 4Runner. So one of the first places that I went climbing when I moved to Reno in 1998 was a place called Pig Rock, which is almost all the way to Pyramid Lake. You turn off on this wash just before you get to Pyramid Lake and you head up in through a canyon and you come around a corner and you're like, well, there's lots of rocks around here, where is it? But once you see it, you know it's there. Big kid climbs here are pretty hard. They're 11 plus. There's this whole cool wall with a lot of really hard bolted sport climbs. So if you're into that sort of thing, definitely give it a try. I mean, it's pretty easy to get to. There was somebody there in a Subaru when we were there, so it's not like you have to have four-wheel drive to get there, unless you want it. There's a couple of really cool slabby climbs for the kids to do. They're easy to set up a top rope and they're right off the parking. So the kids have a lot of fun doing that. It's fun watching Lightning Dragon sort of take the climbing a little bit more. We go to the gym every weekend. It's really fun to watch him there, but he's got his harness and he's got his shoes and he knows how to tie his knot and he's learning how to belay. So it's fun to go watch that sort of develop. Our friends had never climbed before, and so they had some fun climbing up. At one point, I had to, this little guy's name is Dirt Squirrel. I had to go climb up to him and help him get back down because he didn't know how to lower off.
You gotta lean back on it.
So after a lunch of hot dogs, we went up to a place called Old Chief Rock and did the unnamed climb that's there. It's a 10C. It's pretty hard for a 10C. It's 5 or 6 bolts. We ended up getting up it, and the kids wandered around the backside and found a cool little hidey hole to play in, throwing sand at each other and getting super dirty. After that, we headed up the canyon to sort of follow this four-wheel drive route that is marked on the USGS map. It sort of follows the wash for a little while, and the wash is really washed out.
Raw power.
Because last winter was really wet, and so when I went out there with Alex last spring, we didn't get very far because it was so washed out. Well, it's either been filled in or people have just worn it in by driving on it. So you can get past that a ways.
Your truck is so big I can't fit it in the frame.
But then eventually it sort of enters this narrow canyon. Pretty soon, you know, it starts to get rocky and all the sand and gravel that was making it easily passable before is all washed away. So, you know, we walked up it and sort of waved our arms and talked about whether or not we could do it. And maybe we could, but this wasn't the day to go winching ourselves up rocks and banging things around with everybody with us. So maybe we'll go back and give it a try some other time.
Yeah, I mean, with some rock stacking, I think the 4Runner could get around it.
Somebody's been around it though. Look at that scraping. Yeah. There's some scraping and some rubber. Somebody's done it. I don't think it's gonna be us though. So then we headed back down, try and have some fun on the way, and also just look for the other end of that four-wheel drive trail. Over here, Emmett. And we came across the place where the road went straight, but people had been diverting around this washout. And so I figured I would put the locker in just in case, because it looked like I was going to get to a situation where I'd be cross-axled and have one wheel up and the corners up, and then the other one's free in the air, which is basically the most common use of a locker. So I backed up a couple times, got the locker all set, and sort of dropped in, and then came down, and as you can see, it pivots on the back, pivots on the bumper.
Oh shit! What the f?
And then I turned and drove out of it. I hope you appreciate all the effort Danielle goes through to shoot these videos for you, even though she may freak out once in a while. She's a really good sport, and we thank her very much for doing it.
Now you're off.
So then Shawn went through, and he had a pretty easy time of it too. Scraped a little bit on his bumper and got on two wheels at one point, if you can sort of see where he pivots on two wheels really quick.
You guys. Ah! Come on.
Ended up driving right out of it. I don't know if he had his lockers on or not, but of course that's a power wagon. It has lockers front and rear. But being so long, it's still not immune to severe cross-axle like that. So then we went to sort of follow the other end of the four-wheel drive trail. Get one little steep section that wasn't too bad. It comes to a plateau, and then it goes up a really steep, gravelly, loose thing that we just felt like we didn't want to do with everybody in the car like that. So we turned around and went back out. If you want to go check out this spot, I'll post a GPS link on our website, and definitely check that out. It should be fun. All around this area, there are cool rocks to climb. All of the rocks have like caves that you can climb into. All of the rocks, even the ones that are like real climbing rocks, you can scramble around the back to get to the top. So it's a real fun place to go with kids, without kids, whatever. It's all fun. It's all really pretty, and everything's got a name on the map. If you're into rock climbing, check out the book that we used is this one, Rock Climbs. It's a local's guide to rock climbs of North Tahoe. It's got obviously North Tahoe, some stuff in Truckee, Tahoe City, Carson City, everything around here, but it's got good descriptions of all the rocks around there, including Pig Rock. So that's it. Thanks for joining our little adventure here. If you thought this looked like fun, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and give this video a like. If not, no big deal. It's great having you with us this time. Happy trails.